Hi everyone, welcome back to the Urban Cottage. So, while we're well, thank you. Are we well? Are you well? While I'm well, I thought that I would make a video on things that I wish somebody had told me at the beginning of my chronic illness journey. So if you're new here, I'm Jade. I live with cerebral palsy and fibromyalgia. I love dogs, I love vintage, and yeah, I'm just here making my way in the world, trying to have a slower pace of life. So, here are some things that I wish someone had told me when I was starting my journey into accepting my chronic ill health, my loss of mobility, and adapting to a new pace of life. But while we're here, we have a look, my Pooh Bear. Yes. So, one thing they never told me was how much my dogs would affect my life in such a positive way. But I just thought you'd like to see the fluffy girl. Anyway, moving on. Should either stay or go, whatever. Number one, the loss of friends that you thought would be there for you, but aren't. So we all have those friends that, you know, best friends forever, whatever may happen, they're going to be there, they're going to be... Right. When you are diagnosed with chronic ill health and things start to change for you and you become a different person because you have to be, you're not going out as much anymore, you're not interested in the same things anymore, you have to cancel plans more often, and stuff like that, you know, you will ultimately lose friends because you're at a different stage in your life. Something's thrown a spanner in your plans and now it's all up in the air. Now, most people generally are quite patient and will kind of go along with that, but some people, you know, they just can't deal with that new thing that is now overcome your life. And so you will find that you will drift from friends and you will lose friends because they don't understand, or they don't like the way you've become, or they think you're not trying hard enough, all them sorts of things. You will lose friends. On the back of that, you will make new friends. You will make new friends and you'll find a support system that really works for you. You'll find people in your life that accept you for how you are, who, you know, are there for you, who will stand by you no matter what. It's really important that you realise that when you make these new friends, not all of them are in it because they genuinely care. Now, there are so many people out there that are loving, they genuinely care, they really want to help you, they, you know, and I mean, God sent those people for a reason, right? But there are also those types of people that you might not see it at the time, but being around you with your chronic illness, helping you, doing all these things for you, it looks like they're being really selfless. It looks like they do it because they care, but actually you'll find a small minority of people do it for a martyr complex. They do it because it makes them look good. They do it because it boosts their self-esteem. They do it because it makes them look nice and kind and caring. And there will be red flags that you will miss when these people come into your life. I'll do more about that in another video. The next thing is that you're going to have to adjust your goals. Now, by adjust your goals, not necessarily change them, but maybe, you know, like I wanted to train into nursing. Okay, that's probably, I couldn't probably do that now. So I have to adjust my goal, right? Instead of going into nursing, maybe I'll volunteer at an old people's home, or I'll go out in the community, do stuff for charity, you know, things like that. Adjust your goal. Don't lose sight of the goal. You can keep the goal, but adjust it, or adjust the time frame that you want to achieve it in, so you're not putting so much pressure on yourself. You definitely want to make sure that your goals are realistic, and that it's definitely something you want to spend your time and energy on. And remember, time spent on something you love is not time wasted. Time spent on things that you need is not time wasted. If you need to spend a day in bed because you've overdone it that week and you feel really unwell, there's no point beating yourself up about it laying there watching TV. Let yourself have this time, right? Let yourself have these days where you rest and you do those things that you need to do for you. Now, with that in mind, it's really important that you don't spiral into what I call like a pit of despair. So, with having a chronic ill health and things, it can attract a lot of negativity. You may find when you reach out into communities that while on the one side people are really understanding, positive, really like driven to live with it and make a go of it, you'll also find people that even if they didn't have those problems, there would always be something wrong. They would always find something to moan about. And it can be really easy to get into that habit when you spend all of your days in pain, with fatigue, and all the rest of it. It's really important that you find small victories and you praise yourself for the things that you can do and you have managed. So you may have a really, really bad pain day, right? So all is not well. You've got two choices. You can sit there and wallow for a while, right? But you can't wallow for long because that just drains you. Or you can find small joy in that day. Yeah, you've been in pain. It's horrible. You've been struggling. But maybe you caught that old film on TV that you haven't seen since you were a kid and you finally got to watch it all the way through. Small victory, right? You just need to try and go easy on yourself, right? You think no one understands. Everyone has their own battle in life and we're all just trying to get through life and muddle along the best that we can. You're not on your own. There are other people that understand, that can help you. There are places you can go that will help you with that. The sooner you accept that you have a life-changing chronic health condition, the sooner you can start your journey to heal and achieve those goals that you always wanted to do. It might take you longer, but why not? You're here for the ride, so you may as well stick with it. And remember to reach out if you do feel that you really are struggling, because chronic ill health can have a really big effect on your mental health. And that can affect your physical health, so you can go and spiraling around like that. You can reach out so many places. There's 111, the Samaritans, you could walk into a Salvation Army and talk to somebody. If you have a convent near you, the nuns are great. I mean, I go to my local convent on a weekly basis for Mass, and they've been great to me. But maybe you're not religious and that's not for you. But find things that give you joy. Take the time to allow yourself to heal. Don't be too hard on yourself, right? You got up that day, fair enough. Maybe all you managed to do was get dressed. Go you, that's great. Tomorrow's another day. And yeah, just reach out if you need to, and remember that not everyone's going to understand what we're going through. And that's fine. They don't have to understand. They just have to be there when you need them.